Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you will not miss a future video.
Welcome to the channel, The Tech Piano Player Kid.
A black background with white text that reads The Tech Piano Player Kid displays on the screen with the same text written to the right in Braille. What is up, everyone? The Tech Piano Player Kid here. And today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to remove your hard drive and RAM chip cards from your Dell computer laptop. Keep in mind that this probably may be a little bit different for each Dell model, but it should be relatively the same. And again, some of them may allow you to do this and some may not. It just depends on how it's manufactured. So what you'll need is a small Phillips head screwdriver. I'd say 2 bowls, one for the screws of the lid and one for the hard drive screws, and a flat surface to work on. Before you start, please make sure your computer is turned off all the way and unplugged from the AC power. Go ahead and flip the computer on its front so the back is facing up, and I would put it where the ports are on the top so you can work that way, and it's easier to take off the lid that way as well. I did my best to show where the hard drive and RAM chip cards are and some of the components in the computer. It probably won't be perfect, but nevertheless, I hope you enjoy, and let's get started. Okay, so I have everything unplugged. So AC adapter has been unplugged from the computer. The computer is turned off, and we're ready to go. Now, I'm not going to show the back of the computer right now because, well, A, the product key is on the back of the lid, and I don't really want to remove that. And also, I don't know if there's any information on there. Probably is a serial number, and I don't know how to blur that stuff out. So once I have the computer open, I will show you the inside. So right now, I am unscrewing the screws from the back of the computer. There is one in the middle, almost center, one on the top, middle, center, maybe about an inch away from the top, one on the top right, one on the top left, and one in middle left, and one on the right hand side in the middle as well. So that's what that is, or how that's set up. Now, once all the screws are taken out, depending on the style of the computer, like mine, you might need to get like a small object or something that's thin to get between the computer frame and the lid, so you can take the lid off, because there's no way to get it off without doing it that way, at least just to grab hold of it so you can take it off. So be very careful when you do that because you don't want to break anything. So yeah. If you guys have never done this before and you're curious about doing this and get experience, make sure you have supervision just to be on the safe side. At least someone who has had experience doing this kind of stuff. If no one in your family or friend has never done this and you don't know anyone that can do this, then I wouldn't do it. Just be on the safe side. But since I have done this before, and I've had experience before, I kind of know what to expect. Okay, so everything has been removed. Now I'm going to grab this object here that I have and just kind of get in between the frame and the computer and the lid, and then just grab hold of it, which I got it. And now I'm going to pry up carefully. There we go, and it is off. And here is the inside of a computer in a Dell laptop. And a lot of you probably are looking, whoa, that's cool, or whoa, that's crazy, or something along those lines. Yep, both are correct. It's pretty impressive. Here on the bottom left is the hard drive. Here in the center is your RAM chip. If you take this out and try using the computer, it won't work. It will turn on, but it won't load because it needs that RAM to work. I would say recommend, I mean, you could do 4, but I think default now is 8 maybe, or 16. But you can always add more. So there's a blank one right here. You can add a new one in here. So this one's an 8 gigabytes of RAM. So if I wanted to make it 16, just buy a new RAM chip and make it 16 by adding one right here. And to remove it, there are little, and I can't really show them, but because they're so tiny, there are little, I guess clips or something, but you push them aside and it pops right off, and then you just kind of gently pull it out, and now there's no RAM chip in there. And this is what it looks like with, come on, there we go, without it. Hopefully that comes in the picture. So I'm going to place it back in the slot. And then once it's in place, I just push gently down until it clicks. There we go. Now let's look at the hard drive. So there were 3 screws. There's actually should be 4, but there's 3. It only came with 3, which is weird, but okay. Now these screws are super tiny, guys, super tiny. So be very careful when you take them out and put them in, because they can easily fall out if you just can't get them out. So I'm just carefully taking them out and putting them aside in a separate place from the other screws. So I'm going to do this one as well. The second screw. Oh, that almost came out too quickly. And the last one. And boop, out. So now it's out. And now I can just, so there's a little notch right there. I don't know if that comes into place, but anyway, I just lift it off like this and it's out. But as you can tell, if I can hold this with one hand, which I can't, it's still attached to the cable. So to get that off, I grab one of the cable, at the end of the cable, like the connector, and just gently pull it off. Don't yank on it, because this is these cables are pretty thin. Not thin, but they are thin. So I'm just going to gently pull it off. Just kind of go slowly, and it's off. So here's where the hard drive would usually be, but there's an empty space. And here's the hard drive itself. So now I'm going to put it back in, since we'll pretend it's a new one, which it isn't, but we'll pretend. Line up the connector with the hard drive where it plugs in, and just gently push it in place until it clicks. And make sure it's all the way in. Just kind of give it a little push. We're good. And now we'll put the hard drive back in and replace the screws. And again, I'll show what it looks like within, whoops. And again, I'll show it within place so you can see the difference again. Now you're probably wondering also, how did I learn this? Well, my dad showed me. He was an engineer. Well, he is an engineer, but he has retired. And showed me how to do this kind of stuff. And I also learned from other stuff too. So, yeah. I've also taken some computer classes, a couple of computer classes. On how to do this. And it was fun. Learned a lot of stuff in there. Oh, come on. This one screw is so difficult to go in. It doesn't want to cooperate. Blah, I can't talk. Come on, go in, please. For the Tech Piano Player Kid, come on, go in. Yes! Okay. It is Whoops. Okay, it is now back in. Again, here's what it looks like in place. Oh, right here's the fan, if you guys are curious. Maybe. Let's see, where is it? There it is. I'll just go ahead and do this. That's the fan right there. I hope that's showing. And that's the battery once again. Here there's a place for something. I don't know what that's for. There's a little space or a hole or something right there. I don't know what that's for. That's probably just some space where the wires are going. And yeah. Now, I actually was wondering, so I actually cannot install Windows 11 on this machine because it doesn't have the right specifications. It used to have a TPM processor, which it does, I think, but it doesn't have a 2.0. So I wonder if I could actually replace it with a 2.0 processor and then upgrade the components to its specifications. I probably could, but I need to look more into that because I don't want to do that without knowing that you can't do it, and then, you know. So, yeah. Anyway, put the lid back on, and when it's in place, just push kind of firmly on it, and clicks into place. And now, replace the screws. So, I'm doing that right now. And I did this on a Mac 2012. The newer Macs, you can't do, well, I shouldn't say you can't do it, but it's very difficult. Not easy to do because Apple made it more difficult to do that. I don't know why. Probably because they don't want you to do it on your own. But you probably could do it on your own if you figure out how to get there. Again, it doesn't surprise me that they made it difficult to get into. But I remember one time I had a MacBook, an older MacBook Pro. It was a MacBook, what was it? A MacBook Pro 2000 and, I don't even know what it was. But it was really hard to get into. Like, the screws you could take out, but there were like, I don't know, there were like 20 screws or something on that thing. And we were trying to use the hard drive from that one to put it into another Mac, but it didn't have the right connector, and the Mac was already broken anyway. So we just didn't use it, but yeah, it was crazy. Okay, all the screws have been replaced, and now you can start using it like normal. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions or comments, please put them down below. You can also give me a call or text me at 913-312-1325, or you can send an email to info@TheTechPianoPlayerKid.com. You can also follow me on Facebook, The Tech Piano Player Kid, and follow me on Twitter, Tech_Piano. If you guys do not live in the United States, you can use that same phone number to text me through WhatsApp and give me a call there as well. Everything is down below in the description. And with that in mind, I'll see you all later in the next video. God bless you all, and peace. The Tech Piano Player Kid is out. Thank you for watching today's video. Please do not forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and leave a comment down below. If you have any questions, please email info@thetechpianoplayerkid.com. Please also follow my Twitter at tech_piano. A black background with white text that reads "The Tech Piano Player Kid" displays on the screen with the same text written to the right in Braille, then fades to black.